there are many games that we learn as young children. The first of which is tic-tac-toe. Then we learn about checkers, which in my research I've learned is actually also called draughtsman or just draughts. We may also learn backgammon and also chess. And these games are so popular, sometimes you can even find them all in one box, like this one, which even has extra cards with it. So something like this is something that you might even have in your house right now, and you can play all of these classic games. Well, what if we go ahead and make a brand new game that has that classic feel? That's what today's game is, so let's check out Quatrix. So this is Quatrix. The object of the game is to get your completed pieces across the finish line here into this 3x7 area. So the red player is trying to get across this line, and the blue player is trying to get across this line right here. Well, how do you get your pieces across? Well, you'll be rolling some dice, and each die you're able to move a piece that number of spaces. Now the pieces are very cool because there are actually 3 pieces all in one. So you have a ring and you have a disc, and when they're together they are called a pip, which is a piece inside of a piece. That's actually pretty cool. So also your pieces can move across the board, either front or back, or they can also move side to side. You can never go diagonal, and that is something that is very important. So let's go ahead and roll for the red player, say that they are first. So we get a 5 and a 6. So when you want to move your pieces, you can never move an entire pip unless you roll doubles. So with this, we can't move an entire pip, we're going to have to separate them. And right now we have completed pips, so the rings are going to move first. So let's just move this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got rid of the 6, and now we can move 5. I can go ahead and move this disc 5, but you know, I think I'm going to start over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll go on to the blue player. Blue player will roll their dice, and there we go. There are doubles. So when you roll doubles, you have the opportunity to move an entire pip if you want to. So let's just go ahead and let's move this pip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can do that. Now, if I want to, I can move another full pip, or I can separate a pip and just move the ring. And if I had a disc free, I could move the disc if I wanted to. So let's say, let's just go ahead and move a ring here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, one thing that's also really cool is that when a pip is in its complete form right here, it forms a block. So if I have my disc here, my disc can't go this way. My disc would have to figure out a way to go around it if I needed to. Also, if your disc, you use your movement and you ever land inside your opponent's ring, it's going to pop that ring and send it back to their home spaces. You can always reassemble your pieces, and again, to win, you have to have your fully assembled pips across the line to win. So let's go ahead and actually take a few regular turns here, and we'll show you how the game is played. So let's roll for red here. Ooh, double 3s. So why don't we just go 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3? Why not? Blue player, a 4 and a 2. So they are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, I'm losing my disc here. And they're just going to go 1, 2. Red player, a 6 and a 3. So let's see what they can do here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, do a little line there, but I'm going to move this disc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, blue player, a 1 and a 5. Let's see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just a 1. Let's just go ahead and move this disc up 1. Back to the red player. 3 and a 1. This is pretty cool. I can go 1, 2, 3, which now completes a complete pip, and now blocking the blue players. They have to go around that 1. And just a 1. So let's go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and separate that one. And last turn I'm going to take right now. So let's go ahead and roll for blue. And blue gets a 2 and a 1. So let's see. Here's something that I can do. I can go just 1. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, which now pops this ring and sends it back to their original space. So now red has to start over with that ring. So let me go ahead and advance the game a little bit further so you can see how the game looks towards the end of the game. So towards the end of the game, the board could look like this. Looks like red player has quite a few. Well, they have 3 of their complete pips across the line. Remember, you can still move them when they're across the line. And we have a complete one, but he's not across the line. A couple incomplete. And blue seems to have a similar play field, but no complete ones outside. So let's go ahead and take the red player's turn here. And they got a 1 and a 6. So let's see what they can do here. So with 6, they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then with just a 1, let's go ahead and move this one right there to complete a pip. So they are closer to the end of the game. I'm sorry, that was the blue player. Now let's roll for the red player. So red gets a 2 and a 1, which is really good because at the end of the game, low numbers are extremely helpful. So let's see what red can do here. How about red goes 1, 2, and then they just move. Let's go ahead and move that ring over there. So next up, the blue player, a 6 and a 4. So let's see what they can do with a 6 and a 4. Oh, what they can move this ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, which completes that one. And 6, they're just going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just move that ring back across the board. Let's roll for red. A 5 and a 2. So they could move this ring right there, and they can move this disc right there. You will continue on until one player is able to get all of their pips across into their finish line, and they are declared the winner of the game.
This program is part of the Pathological Nerdcasters Network. Find more at pncn.rocks, where all the geeks come to play.
So that is Quatrix. This is a really cool game. This has this really classic feel of those old style games, but there is a lot of strategy here. especially when you get towards the end, placing your pieces in the right position so that way you can move them around, because rolling high numbers at the end is really, really bad because you're trying to move around. If you ever just can't make a move, there's no legal moves for you to do, you just can't use that die and you'll have to skip that part of your movement. You're trying to roll those small numbers, trying to get the best possible moves that you have. So this is definitely something that is really fun, really strategic. I can see people that really like games like backgammon or chess to really enjoy something like this. I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to preview this and show this to all of you. So if this looks like something you would be interested in, please go ahead and click down below. I'm going to have a link to their Kickstarter as soon as that's available. And as always, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and help support Cloak and Meeple. I have my Patreon link right over there, along with my subscribe button right down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.